This is a beginner guide for Scratch beginners. So after you have signed up for Scratch and you want to start making your games, you want to press on the create button beside the Scratch logo. This will take you to the project editor where you can start making your games. So when you start, you'll see this sprite. This is the default characters Scratch has, and here you can choose other sprites. They have a lot of sprites to choose from. There's also in categories if you want to choose from that. So when we want to start coding, we want to take this block, which is called the green flag button. When you press the green flag on the top, this will detect if it's pressed and it will start the code. So today I'm going to show you how to make a catching game. So we want to start off by deleting the scratch cat, and we do that by pressing the bin on the top of the sprite. Then we can choose a sprite. I'm going to choose a bowl because it fit what I'm going to do. Next, if you want to add a background, you can just press on choose a backdrop. Here you can choose many backdrops, but I will choose this one. It's called blue sky. Now we want to choose a new sprite for the bowl to catch, and I'm going with the apple. Now here you can resize the sprite and choose its position, and also in the direction you can choose the direction of your sprite. Now I want to resize my apple to 60 because it's too big. Now we want to put it on the top of your canvas. Then we will go to the bowl and we want to take a when green flag clicked. This will detect if the green flag at the top is being clicked, and it will start the code. So we want to take this block, it's called forever. This is basically just a forever loop. Now we want to go to the motion and take a go to X and Y position. This you can choose where your sprite's X and Y position is going to be. So we want to put it inside the forever loop, and we want to have the Y position -143. For the X position, we want to make it go to the mouse. So you go to sensing and take mouse X. This will make the player being able to follow the mouse. Great. Now we want to make the apple fall from the top. So we go to the apple's code and we want to make it go from random positions and fall down. We can start off by taking a when green flag clicked. Then we want to go to the motion and take a go to X and Y. We want to set X to 0 and Y to 184. This will make it go to the top and being centered. Now we want to take a forever block and we want to take an create clone of myself. So this block makes clones of the sprite. So we want to put it inside the forever loop, and we want to take wait 1 second and we put it under the create clone. So this will make clones of the apple and it will wait 1 second before it does that. Now we want to also hide the apple when we press the green flag. Now we want to take a when I start as a clone. This will detect when the clone is being created and it will make the code when it starts. So we want to take a show which will show the apple, and then we want to take a go to Y and X. Then we want to go to operators and take a pick random. This will make the X position go to random positions, but we don't want to have the X 1 to 10. We want to change it to the apple right left, which is going to be negative 131. And now we want to set the other number to the apple's right, which is going to be 173. Okay, good. Now we want to make the apple fall. So we want to take a repeat until block, and we want to go to the operators and take an OR block. There you can put two stuff, and the same thing will happen if you touch these two stuff. So we want to take the ball on the first one, then we want to create a new sprite. If you want to paint a new sprite, you can just hover over but not click, and you can go up. Here there is many stuff you can do, like creating your own costume or making lines, and so you can also fill with colors, make text, and also make circles and squares. You can also make rectangles with this tool. And if you take on the reshape, which is like the mouse pointer but it's beside it, you can reshape how your costume is going to be look like. So, and there is also paint, where you can paint whatever you want. But we want to use this line tool. We want to set its size to 100, and we want to draw a straight line, which is going to be at the bottom of the screen. So we want to take it as much down as we can, and we want to center, so set X to 0 and Y to 0. Next we want to go to the code and take a when green flag clicked. Then we want to go to the looks and scroll down until we see set color effect and change color effect. We want to take a set color effect and change it to ghost effect. This will make so that the line will be disappearing when we press the green flag. So we take the ghost effect and we set it to 100. Now when we press the green flag, you will not be able to see the line. Great. Now we want to go back to the Apple's code, and we want to duplicate the touching ball but change it to touching sprite 1, and then we put it inside the repeat until. Now we want to take a change Y by. So this is basically changing your Y position by 10, but we want to change it to -5. So now the apple will fall down until it touches the line or the ball, but nothing will happen. So we want to go to control and take a delete this clone. This will basically delete the clone after it touches the ball or this line. Now when it touches the ball, it will get deleted, and also if it touches the line. Great. Now we want to set a score variable. So we want to go to variables and create a new variable, and we call it score. Now this variable is going to track our score, and we want to make it a large readout. So we want to right click on it, and then you will see these options. We want to press on large readout, so it will look like this. Put it on the center on the top. Now before we start, we want to set the score to 0, and before we delete this clone, we want to change score by 1. But now, even if we touch the sprite 1, it will change our score, and we don't want that to happen. So we want to take an if touching sprite, an if block, and then if touching bowl. Then we want to change score by 1. We can take this code and put it above the delete this clone. Now you will see that when we touch the sprite 1, no, it won't get score, but when we touch the bowl, it will get score. This is what we have so far. You are a bowl trying to catch apples and you have score. Perfect. Now let's add some sound to the game. Now if you want to go to the apple sound, besides the costumes where you can change your apple looks like, you can see that there is a pre-installed sound with the apple, which is called Chomp, and it looks like that. Every other sprite got this sound, which is called Pop, and this is the sound of Pop, but we want to use Chomp. So we go to the code and we want to take a start sound Chomp. So this will start the Chomp sound, and it will directly after that change the score by 1 and delete the sprite without it stopping. Now if you go to the background and press on choose a sound, there is many sounds you can choose from, but we want to go to loops. Here you can choose longer songs and you can loop them. So I want to take the video game one, so I press on it and then I go to code and take a when green flag clicked. Then I want to take a forever block and I want to go to sounds and take a play sound and the sound you have chosen, and then until done. So this will make the sound play infinitely and it won't stop until you press the red button. The red button is a button that you press when you want to stop your game from running. So if you press the green flag and then you press the red button, it will stop. Also, don't forget to save your project before leaving, because if you don't, all your progress will be lost and you have to do it all over again. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. It helps out a lot. Also join my Discord, it's in the description. Bye.